Hey there, let's talk about opacity and keyframes. So I have this square here and I'm going to quickly show you how to create a transition with keyframes. So I'm going to bring up my opacity by clicking on this layer and pressing T, and then I'm just going to set a keyframe at 1 second with 100% opacity. And I'm going to go to 0 seconds and change this opacity to 0. So there you can see I've already created a fade. So I'm going to move this over so that we can really see how this works. So there we have our square fading in. I can copy this keyframe and go a little bit further and copy this keyframe. And now we have a square that fades in and fades out. So let me show you a nice little effect you can do with some text. So here I'm going to write, we'll say video school online, and I'm going to change the font to motor oil, which is the font I use for my title. Keep it like that. Then I'm going to duplicate this layer. You can either select the layer and copy and pasting it, or you can just press Command D with it selected, or Control D on a PC. I'm going to move it down. I'm going to say make better videos. And this top one I'm going to make all caps, so I select it and press all caps down here. So now it's all caps. And this one I'm going to make a little bit smaller, and I'll just right justify it. So put it, not necessarily right justify it in the paragraph settings, but just align it with the right side of Video School Online. Alright, so I'm going to go to 1 second and then select both and press T to bring up opacity, and then click the stopwatch, and you can see that it creates a keyframe for both layers. I'm going to go back, make sure I have both selected, and press 0, so now we have a fade for both. I'm going to take this opacity for Make Better Videos and move it to right when the first Video School Online fades in. And then at 4 seconds, I'm going to select both, set a keyframe for 100% opacity, click this diamond over here on the left, and then go to 5 seconds, select both, and set it at 0. So now we have our title fade up, the subtitle fade up, and then they both fade out together. So I'm going to move both these layers actually over. Here I'm actually moving the whole layer and not just the keyframes, so that there's a little bit of black space in front. Video School Online, Make Better Videos, fade out. So that's a nice kind of effect you can do with fades. We can make these fades longer by, I can even select both of these keyframes at the same time by selecting one and shift and dragging over the second one, pressing shift and dragging over the second one, and then dragging these over to the right so that there's more time in between the keyframes. We can speed up this fade out like so, fade in, and fade out. Cool, so that's how you create an opacity transition in After Effects with keyframes. Thanks for watching. Next time we will be talking about animating scale. Have a great day and stay safe.